We're starting off this workout with a good old-fashioned run. You're welcome to make it a walk if that suits you. Whatever you choose, go through a park, an oval, a running track, whatever's in your general vicinity. Keep a reasonably high pace for 20 or 30 minutes and you'll get a good cardiovascular workout as well as warming yourself up. We're going straight into a single step up here, utilizing a bench. And this workout is being conducted at a normal child's park here, playground, so we can utilize the props. Note the step up, we're adding a bit of power here, so pushing up with enough speed to leave the bench will give your leg a bit more work. And we're going around between 10, 15, 20 reps each side is about the number that you want to be aiming for. So once again, you can increase the power of this by simply lifting with enough power so as to leave the foot from the bench there, create a bit of distance between the sole of your foot and the bench, and you'll get that bonus power and strength gain in the leg. Not too many of these required to get that lactic acid building up in the thigh there. Now we're going to take it straight into a body weight squat, taking the arms to the front as a counterbalance. Keep your chest high as you sit back. The knees shouldn't go past your toes. You can try either a straight or folded arm position, whatever feels most well balancing for you. And once again we have the option to go into the dynamic jump squat, thrusting your arms down as you load the legs, then driving up onto the bench, landing with both the feet at the same time. And I do suggest stepping down rather than jumping down to reduce the impact on your knees. Next up, we're taking it straight to the ground, onto the hands and toes, and into a downward facing dog position. So note the body is in position at the hip joint about 90 degrees, so your body looks like an L essentially. From that position we're going to descend the forehead toward the ground by allowing the elbows to flex directly out to the side to activate this shoulder press type action, and you're pivoting on the ball of the feet there as you drive directly up and down. Now since your feet are on the ground, this is not so tough. This is the easiest option. If you want to make it a little tougher, elevate your feet a little further onto a bench or a table, something of a suitable height, and you'll note that you're able to hold your body in more of a vertical format. If you want to upgrade this again, then take your feet up onto a wall or something more vertical so that you can get closer to directly up and down with your pushing action. You'll find this is pretty tough. If you wanted to put on some size and gain a lot of strength through your shoulders and arms, this is a great way to do that. Next up, we're going for a body weight row, and ideally you can find yourself a horizontal bar to facilitate this, or a hand rail. Technically you want to lengthen your waist so that you extend your spine, and draw your elbows back with the big muscle groups of your upper back, your traps, your rhomboids, your lats. Your biceps will also be involved here. If you can't find a bar, find something else that allows you to facilitate this movement. If you get creative, use your intuition. There's always something around that you can apply this general movement. So long as your elbows are coming back behind you, you'll be engaging those muscle groups and you'll get the benefit from it. Aim for 10, 15, 20 or so repetitions, and then on to the next one. We're going straight into push-ups from here, and we're going to begin with a decline push-up. So if you have the strength, take your feet up onto a bench or a table, something that's elevated, and you're simply going to drop your chest all the way toward the ground so that your face almost touches the ground. Push yourself all the way back up. Classic push-up. Make sure that your pelvis doesn't drop in the middle there. Option to alternate with a raising of one leg to add a core element to this. And you're going to do as many as you can on the decline, and then go into an incline position. Turn around and then keep going. If you don't have the strength to do a push-up in the decline, start with the incline or find something that's on the right angle so that you can do the push-ups. Once again, option to elevate the leg if you want to add that core element. Do as many as you can. Our last exercise is a hang knee raise, and this is another one that you will require to utilize your intuition. Find something suitable to dangle from. And the movement is to allow the legs to dangle down, then raise the knees up toward the chest and face, squeezing your abs to do so. Ideally, you can find an overhead bar, but even an overhead tree branch is suitable, whatever you can to dangle down and move through this range of motion. So complete the circuit again 1 or 2 more times, otherwise we move into some stretches here. So the first of which, a chest, arm and shoulder stretch. We're going to place one hand on an upright, a beam, a pole, a tree or a wall, and you're simply tilting away from the hand that is against the wall or upright, and find the ideal angle so that you can feel it right the way through the chest and arm. A little trick you can utilize is take your hand sideways with a hitchhiker type formation in the hand, and you'll be able to feel that this goes right into the biceps. In relation to the chest, you'll want to take the hand either higher or lower as you lean down and away from it, twisting the opposite direction until you can really feel it stretching into the chest fibers in particular. Once again, by twisting the hand sideways with the hitchhiker formation, you can go more into the biceps with this one. Next, we require a vertical pole ideally, or something that you can cling onto in front. To grip your fingers together, we're going to take the feet nice and close to the base of the pole, keep the pelvis forward, and lean back as you arch your upper back outward. You want to twist the pelvis from one side to the other. As you try to stretch in between the shoulder blades, you should feel like your shoulder blade, one by one, is being pulled away from your spine to stretch those rhomboids, traps, and lats and arms to a degree as well. Take some time with this one. This is often a very tight area for most people. Next, we've got a reverse triangle position with 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. The opposite hand comes down as you reach the other hand toward the sky. You want to try and keep the front leg as straight as you can. It might be that it's too difficult for you to keep the front leg completely straight whilst the opposite arm touches the ground. If so, you can always take one hand just to a step or a stone or something that's elevated so that you don't have to reach down quite so far. Next, we're going into a simple quad stretch by holding onto something to maintain your balance. We're going to bring 1 foot up behind, pulling with the arm on the same side there as the heel moves in toward the glute, keeping your knee in toward the midline. You can pull up a little further, and as you bend forward a little, you'll find you'll increase the stretch as well. So it's important with our stretching that we don't rush into this with a mindset of just getting through it so that you can get on with the rest of your day, but rather recognize this as an essential part of the actual workout itself. Focus on the muscle and feeling it releasing off. Keep yourself focused on the task. Next, we're going into a calf stretch, and we're going to find ideally an angled surface such as this demonstrated here, but a rock, a step is fine. And you're going to keep the front leg reasonably straight as you pull yourself forward or lean forward over that angled front foot there. By bending the front knee a little, you can also engage the stretch a little further down in the calf. By keeping the leg more straight at the knee joint, you'll feel the stretch higher up in the calf. By bending the knee forward a little, you feel it go down into the lower area, the Achilles tendon. Just move your knee around, twist the ankle a little until you find once again the tightest area. Be intuitive, make it work for you. Alright, it's been a good workout. We'll see you again next time.